Hey residents of Meepletown, today we're looking at Biblios, Quill and Parchment, where we are monks, hardworking monks. We're going to be traveling around, we're going to be working hard, we're going to be rolling dice to gain a lot of points. Let's get to the table and check out Biblios, Quill and Parchment.
All right, Meepletown, we have Biblios, Quill, and Parchment set up. We are ready to play. We're trying to see who's the most pious monk. Because that's what
monks
God,
do.
That's what God wants us to brag about. Who's the most pious?
Who's the best? That's what all the monks are trying to do.
I do love this theme, by the way. I am hype on the theme. Okay, so we are going to have in a two-player game. We're going to have Cadfell, who we're going to be rolling some dice for him, and then Dean and I are going to be rolling these dice. We're going to be gaining influence to spend in period
these wooden dice.
2. Yes, because there's 2 distinct periods in this. We're going to be crossing off these books here as we collect scrolls and going on little journeys. So pretty simple, straightforward. So there's 2 distinct periods. We're starting period 1 of right now.
All right.
Game on. Go.
Oh, it's a race?
It's a real-time game.
It is not a real-time game.
It is not a real-time game. So right now what we're doing is we're looking at these. We have the option to re-roll up to 2 times, but we can only re-roll all of our die or 1. And we're going to say 1, 2, 3, and Dean and I are either going to do a closed fist, which means we're good, an open fist, which means we're going to re-roll everything, or we're going to point at one of the die that we want to re-roll. So, ready, Dean?
All right.
1, 2, 3. You didn't do anything!
I wasn't going to re-roll anything, and I forgot to do the closed fist.
You just looked at me weirdly.
Sorry.
Wow, both of us are A-okay.
I was looking at yours. You have 10 and your influence. I only have 8, but I was a little nervous about re-rolling that because I don't want to roll a 2.
That's a good point. But so you're happy with all the rest of them. So I'll just say,
I don't know if I'm happy
right now we'll do this together. Let's do this together so they can see it first. We write down our influence in the first box.
And I'll show you that. These are going to be the yellow dice on there that each have numbers 1 through 6 on there. I say we both. I got 8.
Then I do have a chapel, and so does Dean. So we're going to set that one aside for just a moment here. We're both going to mark off the scrolls, the scribes, I don't know.
The colors.
Yeah. So this is religion, and that is astronomy. Yeah, pink is what I marked off. And you have herbal something books. Seriously.
Herbal books.
All right, so then we're also going to mark off now. He has 2 monks travel points of movement points. Gosh,
travel movement points.
So
that's right.
You're going to start at this monk right here, and you can start on this track or down this track, and you can't go back.
That is right. So I'm going to go the bottom way, which is going to take me a little bit longer, but there's extra good stuff down at the bottom that I want to be able to get.
I have one that allows me to not only go one track, but also get to do a wild, I would say resource, but a book here. So I can only use it 1 time per type. I'm going to go ahead and use it on the blue. The reason I'm doing that is because blue is right now the most valuable. That can change like Biblios later on in the game, but I'm going for that and to top Dean. Now, that being said, I'm gonna grab another die over here. Before we go to chapel, old Cadfell is gonna roll, and going to grab 2 of those blue, Dean. 2. Yikes!
You guys might be in the race for that one. I might have to.
I'm telling you.
Out. Look somewhere else.
All right. So now when we go to chapel, we'll start with the player who's furthest away from the Lord, from the front seat. That's where he is. Which would be myself. No, it's not. It would be Cadfell, but he didn't roll that. So it would be myself would be the second one. I move up 1, so I'll go here. And then Dean will be next. And so even though we're in the same row, I'm actually more closer to the Lord.
More pious. You're more pious than I am.
That's it. All right, so now we move on to the second part. Let's do it, man.
That is it. Right now we're just trying to build up influence over here. So that for the second round, if you played Biblios before, you know you're going to be spending that like coins.
Boom.
Okay. All right.
I'm kind of in the same predicament. Ooh. Wow, what a roll.
Yeah.
Whoa. Awesome, except for those 2 4s, man. That makes me a little... all right. I'm ready. I've made my decision.
1, 2, 3. Oh, you're keeping it.
So uninteresting. But look, I got 3 monk moves and 2 of the blues.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The 8 makes me, that's fine. 8's not bad.
All right, so I'm going to re-roll this. I did get 2, which is better than 1. However,
you're going to Oof.
If you get it, you got to keep what you
luck?
get. I might. I do think I will keep everything else. This is just a 3. It ties me with John there, so that's not awful. But I might re-roll this one. I'm gonna go for it. Risk it.
Do it. Huh? That's good.
That's better. Well,
that's not bad. Yeah,
it's maybe not better. It helps me maybe a little bit more.
I think it's better. Potentially, situationally, for sure, it's better. I think. All right, so we're gonna write down our influence. Then we will add those up in the 3rd box down here, so it helps us keep track of it better. We'll, of course, mark off our scrolls here.
In case you can't see it, John's got 18 influence right now. I've got 16, so we're staying pretty close.
Now, I did move to this next thing, so I'm going to circle this philosophy head here, brain here, and I will mark it off because I did that. So 1, 2, and 3 for me.
All right, did you do your travel already?
I did. That's what I was just
Oh,
doing.
sorry. I'll do that. Brain, is that what it's called? The brain spot.
Philosophy, Dean.
And then
you need to get more distinguished.
Star spot, I might just go ahead and move up on this pink one. I'm moving along anyway, right?
Now, the first one to finish one of these stacks of books is going to get 5 points. So it is a race to get some extra points there.
Right.
And then they're going to be worth whoever has the most in each times the value of this, which we'll see here in a little bit. Here's old Cadfell. Whoa! Cadfell's getting pious in a chapel.
All right.
So we're going to mark off that book. And then we will save these. Are you going to chapel?
I am doing 1 chapel, yep.
All right, well, he's in last.
He'll do his
so
first.
He will go here. And then he will go here, which will score him 1 victory point at the end of the game, but his points don't matter.
And I will go here. They matter.
That will actually score Dean 1 victory point.
To him, they do.
I mean, whatever.
All right, ready to keep moving?
I don't care about all that.
Get 4 rounds of this, so we're halfway through that first
We're rocking
quarter.
and rolling.
Oh, boy.
Man, dude, I'm telling you, I've never kept so much stuff. But this is not, I'm getting decent first rolls here.
Yeah, this is not exactly what I wanted in my book dice, although that's not awful.
I'm
going to get ready. 1, 2, 3. Again.
3 rolls in a row, I'm keeping them.
Yeah, I'll re-roll this because I just rolled a 1, and that's a 4. Do I want to keep those?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I do think I will. Yeah, I'll keep those. I'm good with that.
Let's do it. Right down to your
All right, so go ahead and
influence.
mark those down.
All right, so
I'm consistent in gaining my influence, that is for sure.
don't forget
I'm at
to
24.
Add, don't
What are you
forget
at?
to add properly.
27. Okay. You think I was going to cheat?
I was just kidding. I kept mine because I wanted to keep going up this blue track here. There's also some minus points on these scrolls here if we don't, the manuscripts, if we don't actually get them. So I just crossed off the minus point on that. All right, then I'm going to travel here.
I did get to travel 3 times, and on this one I get to roll.
Yeah, me too. Oh, look at that. I got blue. Man, I'm getting lucky
You
on my
are,
rolls
really.
in this game. I am for real getting lucky on those. All right.
I am not. I didn't cross that one off very well. Let's
All right.
see.
And little old Cadfell's moving up on this red track and going to the chapel. I'm
Going
not
to chapel
going to
again.
chapel. Are you?
I am going to the chapel,
All
and
right.
that
So
is
no, you're last.
me.
So
yeah.
you go first.
There we go.
Ooh, I need to get up in that chapel.
And I get to re-roll, or not re-roll, I get to roll this and take whatever that is, which is blue. Doesn't really help me a lot because John is going to be moving all the way up on that one. However, I could get second place in that, that would be helpful.
Let's do it, man.
Ready?
Move it on,
Last
baby.
one. Last round.
Last one before we
I mean,
get
last
to
round
it.
of this.
I just rolled another 9.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
I do like that.
Ooh.
I would like to travel more than that, though. 2, 3.
I wouldn't mind starting to move up there. No, you know what? Okay. I know what I'm doing.
Although I could just take that 1, 2. Yep. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sorry.
Wow, you're staying it.
Yeah, I really wanted to re-roll my travel
on.
die, but
1, 2, 3. I'm trying to get blue so I can hit another blue. Come on. Dang it, I went back to red. Nothing. So I just re-rolled twice to end up with the same stuff I had originally.
I'm sorry.
How about that?
Feel terrible for you.
Whoops.
All right.
We're trying to play through this
So
relatively
these-
brisk pace, so hopefully we're making good decisions.
Shuffle on. I take it I finally got a pretty decent influence roll that time. I still think I'm probably behind. Yep, I am.
Now, this travel map matters for where we hit these cities here, the towns. If we can get, we either get 2, 5, or 10 points depending on how many we mark off. So both Dean and I have the first one marked off.
Is that green supposed to be 2? Is that right?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2.
Let me... All right, moved up on my blue track. I'm going to travel a space here.
So you're beating me a little bit on the travel.
And we'll roll his for...
Yep.
Just see where he moves up on his track, and he is
Blue.
not going to the chapel, so I can go
Green.
ahead and go there.
Yeah, that's one thing that I feel like I'm pretty happy about this game. Except
You're
for
doing
that,
really well.
except for that part.
Yeah.
All right, so now we move on to the second phase. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stack, we're going to roll these dice, but we're going to have 2 of the resource and 1 of the travel, and we're going to roll those 3
Our influence
times.
are going to get out of here.
And you roll. Go ahead and roll the top one if you want.
Yeah, we don't need our...
We don't need no stinking influence, man.
All right, so we're going to go
Don't
here.
need it.
Here.
Yeah,
we go.
did you roll that
Plus
one?
and minus, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to roll the next one. I'll let you get that first row.
I'm going to get my influence dice out of there. There we go. What am I doing, rolling the first row?
Yeah, I'm going to do the first and second.
All right, whoops.
We'll just do it like that. That way we can keep the pace relatively brisk, baby.
All right.
So what's interesting now is that we have these 3 rows set up. Now we're going to be bidding the influence, like Biblios, like the money that you had Biblios, for these spots. Now we can bid 0. We can bid as much as we want as long as it's not more than the influence that we have. And we're bidding for these rows. This row is going to give you these 3 die plus the chance you get to alter these. This one allows you to take 1 up or 1 down or the same one, but you wouldn't obviously do that with a plus and minus. But if there's 2 plus, you could make the same one go up twice. This one allows you to take 1 of these resource die and turn it into a chapel, like someone like me who needs to go chapel. That might not be bad. This allows you to travel 1 more monk space in addition to getting those 3 die. So we're going to secretly write down these. Now Cadfell, it doesn't matter what he doesn't actually bid on this. If Dean bids more than twice as much as me, he gets to pick his row and Cadfell's row. And if I bid at least half of his, then I get to pick second. And old Cadfell gets the
Which
last.
makes it pretty interesting.
So that's why you can put 0, but if he bids, puts anything, he's going to get a pick. So, yeah. So I'm going to go, oh my gosh. Wow. Wowzers.
I'm writing a lot here. I'm writing hundreds. I'm sitting, he's right next to the board, and so I want to make sure that he can get it. Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. 6.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I go first, but Dean gets to go second.
Mostly I didn't want to be double bid on that one because
all right, so
I kind of like one of these.
I want this one because, oh no, John, I'm an idiot. Right. What a moron. I was thinking I wanted blue to finish blue up here, but I've already marked off blue, which really stinks. But I'm still going to take that because that's powerful. I know blue's going to win, hopefully, so I will take this die to move this up to 5. And Dean is highest on pink, and I don't care about pink, so that's going down to 2.
I anticipated that happening, but I figured that I could maybe make up for that later. Now it's going to be my pick because John...
Why did I mark that? I just skipped a couple books.
Wow, okay.
Look, just across the -1 off. Oh, okay, so let me go... So that was the one that
I went ahead and took mine. I'm going to do my travel first. I'm going to go 1, 2,
That's how I win
3.
games sometimes.
I'll mark off that other pink one and then this green one. So I'm only one away from the reaching the top of that pink.
I'm actually going to do that.
Although it's not going to do me much good for gaining points for the multiplier. So I really need to bump that pink up if I can.
All right. Let's do it.
And move the green down.
So you want to roll? You roll that one, and I'll roll these 2. How about that?
There we go.
Yours? I get to roll 2, but you roll the most important one.
It is the most important.
Ooh, look at that travel on that bottom one right there.
4 travel, that would be
So we do
huge.
minus, so we both are down to 30 now at this point. We do get points, any influence divided by 4 if we want to keep, at the end of the game, we get points for that. So... wow.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, that 4 travel would be really nice.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Just trying to get in Dean's head right now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, flip.
4. Dang it! I almost wrote 3. We did the exact opposite of what we did last time.
These are kind of low bids considering how much influence.
I know. Last time we were playing, you were bidding 9er and 10ers, and I was half a 2. So that means you go first, I go second, and
my problem here is I'm not completely sold. I would like to be able to travel 4 and to be able to keep John from getting that blue, but he's going to be able to get the blue anyway.
Yeah.
So part of me thinks if I could move up the pink a little bit, that would be nice too. So I think I actually will take this one.
Good. That's what I was hoping you would do.
Despite that maybe not being the best thing. So I will move up the pink to 3 because I need that to be higher. I will travel just 2, and that will move me up here. I will move up on the chapel.
How to do that? Yeah, I think I can.
And then move up in that gray spot. And when I moved up in the chapel, that allows me to take a die, roll it, and take that, which is another chapel. I've never had that happen before, I don't think. So I will really move up on the chapel. How about that?
There you go. Now, interestingly, I did finish this stack, so I get 5 points. If I ever roll one of those again, I can either move travel here or mark off this cross, which will give me 2 points at the end of the game. So the only way to mark off on the cross is if you have a travel die you can't use or this that you can't use. So
you want to roll those 2 again?
Yes, sir. Boom.
So back to the plus and minus there. All right.
Kind of like speed play, huh?
It is.
All right, so what's happening?
I don't know. All right, so that's going to be 3.
Man, I am so low in the
2,
chapel.
3,
Do I just not
nice.
care?
Pick that up. All right. Nope, I did not.
I didn't write mine down. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Oop.
Oh, you went big down there.
I went big on that.
I didn't
one.
care so much, but that stinks for me because I didn't think he would go big. So he gets to pick both.
Right. That's what I was hoping for, although I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. I know
I'm not that big. It's not that big of a deal.
both of those are kind of the same, but John, I kind of don't want him to move up more on the chapel. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 if he takes that one. I don't want him to travel either, but I will take, I think I'll take this one off, and then I'll use this one.
The top one?
Yeah, I'm going to use this one. So first thing I'll do is I'll bump this up to a 4.
The question is, do I want to...
Bump this one down to a 4
Yep.
to steady things out a little bit. Oopsie. There we go.
So I'm going to move up the chapel, but I'm also going to use this resource die because this is the ability that I have to turn this one into a chapel, so I can chapel it up twice.
Chapel it up, he says.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I use this blue, which means I can now use it to travel 1 more spot, or I can mark off the cross, and I'm going to go ahead and use it to travel a spot here. Oh, cripes.
Cripes.
All right. Yeah, let's see if I can get to the end of this right here. All right, and then are you chapeling it up or not?
I'm not. No chapel
Okay.
for me.
Chapel, is that what you just said?
Chapel.
Oh. All right.
That we're talking about?
I thought you were like, oh, look at that. It's got another one. Perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and travel again, which then means I roll again. And then I do
Just moving up on that track, yeah.
this one, yeah. I'm only 2, 3 away here from getting that
Oh, you went the
10
south
points
route
at the
that
end.
time.
Yeah,
Okay.
I decided to do that this time. But I can always go back up that way. So anyways. Okay, did we mark off? That's kind of Phil's right there. Oh, he was supposed
Oh, sorry. I forgot to mark his off.
It's
There we
okay,
go.
but he was higher on the chapel than me, I think. If we did that wrong, who cares? But I don't think we did.
Somebody cares. Somebody who's watching this video who's catching us. All right.
This is it, y'all.
Ooh, a 2+ on that one.
This is it. Ooh. Now, again, it really matters where we're at on these stacks because we're going to take whoever's highest on these stacks, they're going to get 3 times the value of any of this die. You lowered my value, you sack of manure.
I did. All right. I got 14 to work with. John's got 23 to work with.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, let's just go for it.
Ready to go, huh?
I have no idea what I'm going to go here. Yeah. You have to think you're going to get a point per 4 influence that you have on there. So I think let's.
How many did you have? I can see that.
14.
Right? You had 14.
Mm-hmm.
So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that would put me. Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Dang it!
I went all out.
I thought about it.
on that
I just didn't think you were going to.
Yeah, I didn't care as much about the 1 point since I'd be able to get.
I was really wanting to put that up to 6, and she didn't want me to do that.
But I did not double you, so you'll be able to.
I'm going to get 3 points there, and then you'll get 0
I'm
at
just
the
going to
end.
bump
So
this
that's
up
not
to
the end of the world.
6.
I had 9.
Oh,
I bid 9, and you bid 14, so I get to pick.
Is there another one that's on here that I'm leading on? I don't think so. No, you're leading on every one of them except pink. And even then, you're in second place right now. So
that would give me the lead with that. And then I don't care about pink, maybe. And I think I could just take that. But I need to travel. That's the problem, is I needed to travel 3. And I'm not going to
travel 2.
Oh, yes. Oh, travel 3. That's actually good for me. Oh my gosh, that was the right move. I didn't realize. I wasn't thinking about that. Extra +1. So 1, 2, booyakasha.
Ooh, that is
and
not.
I go here, and I go here.
Not great. I didn't love how the end of that turned out, but at least I got to bump the pink up to 6. Even if I really whiff and lose, which I will lose this game. I feel I'm not doing very well.
Okay, so we're going to go here at the bottom, and we're going to add up these scores here real quick. So I was leading in blue, so I'll get 3 points times 4, which is 12, plus I get 5 for, actually I will mark that up there. So I get 12, Dean gets, you came in, you're tied with O'Cadfell,
Oh, right.
so whoever is highest on this track, which is you get second. So he's 2 times 4, so you get 8. So that's really not that bad at all.
That was helpful, for sure.
And then I'm in second because you're higher on that. So
that's
you
right.
get 3 times 3, you get 9. I get 6. Then you get that. Don't put the 5 up there whenever you do that. Okay, so we tied.
Yeah, I didn't add that one.
Cadfell's higher than me. Yes, so I only get 1.
I get 18 on that one.
Ooh, 1 times 6. That's not good.
Green, you're in the lead.
I'm in the lead,
I'm
so
in
3 times 2
second,
is 6.
So 2 times 2 is 4.
And then red, I'm in dead last. You're in second.
Oh,
Cadfell beat you there, so 1 times 2.
2 times.
So 18 plus that is 32.
18,
Right.
27,
18, 30,
35,
32.
39.
Ooh, he's got a big lead. You got the big lead
43.
here.
I may have done that.
Wow.
I probably should have pulled the...
Ooh, I'm in trouble.
So it's...
You actually are going to beat me. Maybe. I think you are.
I think that was right. Okay.
I also only get 1 point on this chapel. And you
Chapel
get
points, I
6.
did get 6. That was helpful. But there's some other places. Did you get any on the cross?
I didn't. No.
I got 0 on there as well. You did get points for
I only got 3 though.
Your influence. I got 0 there.
I got 10 points for my travel.
I got 5. I only reached 2 of those. That was big for you to get that at the end.
Yeah,
though.
but you still beat me. You
5.
stinking
Whoa,
poo
goodness.
boy.
Racer's
Did
falling
you
off,
add that
so
right?
5
I just don't think you did that right.
I can use my calculator. You want to check it out? Are you looking at it?
I'm going to add mine up with a calculator.
All right. Ready for this?
And if I lose this game, I'm not finishing the rest of the video. I will calculator.
59.
Actually, this is really easy math. I don't know why I had to pull out my calculator.
Although I got mine because I wanted to double check.
Are you kidding me? I was beating you with so many stacks, but that really helped you being up on that. And you having that 6 on
that was right.
The 6 on the pink really crushed me.
Yeah, you can get a ton of points on that track. Yeah. Let's go ahead and we'll move into our art and components final thoughts. Art and components, what do you think?
You're ready to go, man.
Let's do this.
Art and components final thoughts.
I never win on camera. So
you just won, congratulations.
Hype right now.
Hey, man.
Hype.
He's Did I put those on there? If I didn't, then I don't know. Who cares? It doesn't matter. You still would have won the game.
It did make a difference, though, I guess. But oh well.
It's all right. I think I might have.
I may have lost the game after that.
No. There's no. You still won. You still won for sure. That last one, man, letting you get that. That was not good for me. That lost me the game. Maybe. Should go back and look at the tape. If I could have gone 6 there and you would have gone 4, I love the art in this game.
That is really funny that we may not have done that.
Yeah, I don't know. I love the art in this game.
I do too. I think it's great.
I think it's fantastic.
I love the components too. The wooden dice at first, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like these, but it fits really well. They are, if you're really big on not having like those really sharp edges on dice, that is what these are. But I like it for this game.
I love it.
For like the thematic feel of this game. I think
that's why he did it. Yeah. That's why he did it. Excellent move. That's excellent move, Steve. That was a great move. And the art's great. I like the art, man.
Yeah.
I think this little travel monk thing looks really cool. Let's go ahead and mention that there is another side to the board. So if you think that this map or this travel map might get boring, this B side definitely adds another layer of complexity because you not only have to pass through, but you have to land exactly on these spots, and there's so many different paths that you can take. So this is definitely a little bit more interesting side to the map. Plus you get more victory points for influence.
Which is big, you know, planning out the points that you get for influence is really big.
That's it. So we just wanted to play the simpler map for that purpose, but I love how there's two different sides to the board.
Yeah.
Do you like these?
I do.
Yeah.
I love when roll and write games come with these already laminated boards because they're better than laminating them yourself. So I always laminate roll and writes, but this is like a better quality than lamination yourself. So anyway, I'm a big fan.
Better quality than lamination yourself.
It is.
All right, what do you think about the gameplay?
I really enjoy the gameplay.
Yeah, there you go.
It was interesting. So I was watching a video on this, just not a how to play video. They were just talking about. It was actually Dr. Finn talking about just some of the differences between Biblios and this game, and I thought it's not really going to feel that much like Biblios, is what I thought going into this play, but it really does have that Biblios feel. But there's more stuff going on than in Biblios. You have to think about your travel board. You have to think about the influence in the same way that you think about money, but it works differently because of the way that you re-roll the dice. You have to think about moving up in these different, on the different scroll tracks. And I really have enjoyed these plays a lot.
So yeah, what I like most about this game, I think that makes it a little bit different than a lot of other roll and write games. Now, I don't play a lot of roll and write games, but I really enjoy the two distinct phases to this game. And I like that about Biblios. I love games that totally shift. I mean, that have that feel like something really changes, so it's not the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I feel like during the first phase, I'm just like Biblios. You're building up for that second phase.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting, which leads to some tough decisions. One thing that I probably did wrong was I probably should have gone up a little bit more in that chapel, which kind of hurt me. But
you never know.
I was going really high. The reason I say that, but I went really high on a lot of these. And so you can't just go here.
Yeah.
That's what I like. You do have to be balanced or at least thinking through the math of the points for sure.
And now, speaking of the math, had you just outbid me, like all of if you'd have bid 15 or whatever, just to know that you guaranteed to get that, you would have won the game because you would have moved up to 6. This would have been at 4. That would have been a big shift.
But I also wouldn't have gotten the extra 5 points here.
That's true.
I still think that what was good for him was that what really hurt me was that he came in second place on the blue, where I came in last on the pink.
Right.
So if I could have actually gone up a little bit more on the pink here, just one more astronomy, manuscript, then I would have had a chance. I would have 6 more points. Would you get 50? I still would have lost. But still, it still would have been a lot closer. So that tug and that pool is really interesting.
It's really funny because oftentimes when you think of like such and such game, roll and write, or the dice game or the card game or whatever, you think, okay, this is going to be a simplified version of this game. This is not a simplified version of Biblios. In fact, there's more going on in this game than there is Biblios. I think that there's...
But it's not that complicated.
No. It's not complicated, but there's more going on. Like with just this part, it adds more... The travel board, adds more complexity to the game than regular Biblios. And so I think this is weightier than Biblios.
Yeah.
You think that's right?
Yeah, for sure. And I like the 2-player implementation of this, by the way. I thought that...
Although sometimes we might forget to...
Yeah, we might have forgotten him there. Oh, well. But I mean, I think it's good. I think at first I was a little nervous about it, honestly. Like, all right, if we're having like this biddy, auction-y game with 2 players, is it actually going to be good? Yeah, it's really good,
It
actually.
is, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that I didn't love was I wasn't a huge fan of the solo version of this. Dr. Finn does a playthrough of it, so go back and watch his, but I felt like it really lacked that great bidding part of the second phase that I love so much. It just didn't have that same dynamic, so it wasn't as good for me personally, but if some of y'all might really love that, you should go watch his video on that. So final thoughts.
Yeah, we don't do ratings on previews, but just in general, I was really surprised by this game. I think this one was...
You were.
I didn't have... It's not that I had poor expectations for it. It's just I didn't have really high expectations. Partly was because I love Biblios a lot. It's one game that I've had for a long time. I've really loved it. Everyone I introduced to really enjoys the game. This actually bumps up the complexity of that just a hair.
Is this better than Biblios to you? I know that's a really tough question, probably.
I do think Biblios...
Let the people know where you stand.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. It's really close. I think the thing that Biblios, the card game, has over this is that it's probably a little bit easier to introduce to. I think I can introduce that game to anybody. This one... it's not like it's overly complex. No. It might just be a step above, like introducing somebody to
anyone.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, Dean, was that I think personally I prefer this over Biblios.
Yeah.
But Biblios has more of a special place maybe in my collection because it is so easy to introduce to other people. But, for someone who... I didn't even let you finish your final thoughts.
Oh, that was it. No, that was it.
I just get so excited.
You were good, dude. You did not interrupt me at all.
Okay.
Are you all right?
I'm sorry, Dean. I'm sorry. You are the better monk. You're the better...
I am the most pious in all the land.
You are.
Hoist me on your shoulders.
On the show. For someone who doesn't love roll and write games, this is a pretty darn good one.
It is.
I mean, like I said before, I like the tug and pull of the decisions that you're making with the dice, and I really love the distinct phases. I think that makes this game give some distinction for me when it comes to roll and write games. And that bidding auctiony thing, now, again, I haven't played a ton of them. Have you seen that mechanic in Roll and Write? Have you played that? I'm sure it exists, an auction or bid type mechanic in a Roll and Write game.
I'd have to look. For some reason, I feel like there is a game that has
I'm sure there
you're
is.
crossing things off and...
bidding for stuff?
But nothing's coming to mind.
I can't think of that. So that's something so for someone who enjoys that, like in a Power Grid game or something like that, who likes that mechanic, it's kind of cool that this has that in there. So I think this is a very
and it's not clunky
game.
either, because roll and writes you are kind of limited. Like you don't have the resources that you can just take and move off the board. You have to cross it off your board. This is really clear. The path that you're taking along your influence track makes it super easy to see where you're at, and it's not clunky at all.
Yep. So I think you should check this one out.
Yeah. So far these Stephen games, he just keeps knocking them out of the park for me. Love them. All right, John, tell people how they can get in touch with us.
If you enjoy our channel, you would love for you to. You would love for you to subscribe to our channel. If you go to MeepleTownGames.com, you can see pretty much all of our stuff. We're at Meepletown Games on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're Board Game Geek Guild 3407.
Thanks for coming down to Meepletown.
Thanks for joining us, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at Meepletown Games, and connect with us on the Meepletown Guild, Guild number 3407, at BoardGameGeek.com. And also subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel. And until next time, thanks for coming down to Meepletown.